So I've just seen the latest M&S advert, and I've seen people on either side of the political spectrum talking about it. Some of them said, I don't see what the big deal about is. If you really want to talk about problems that face us, it's not M&S, it's world poverty, people struggling to pay their bills and all the rest of it. And that was somebody on the left. I agree with what he said. That would be Van Man Talks if you want to go and have a look at it. He's right in so much as what he was saying about that there are more pressing issues, but we'll still talk about it anyway, because we've talked about these pressing issues about the cost of living, prices of bills, and all the rest of it going up. So, but he does have a point. However, when you look at how anti-Christmas is and how to do away with traditions, and all the rest of it, and how some of these people literally look like Christmas is all about giving themselves a good time, spending a lot, spoiling yourself, and generally missing the complete message of Christmas. Now, today, there are many atheists out there, and I don't actually know why atheists bother to take the time off, put a Christmas tree up, send presents to each other and all the rest of it, because what are you doing it for? If you're not celebrating the birth of Christ, which is what it's all about, what actually are you doing? And there are atheists that will argue with me about this. Well, I should have a holiday. Why? Well, because everybody else is taking it, I suppose. Well, everybody else isn't taking it. There are Muslims out there that will work through Christmas Day because they simply don't believe in it. Our day of rest is a Sunday. There are other religions that would call Saturday a day of rest, whatever. We're all very different. But the whole point of the Western world that was predominantly Christian having this time off over Christmas and celebrating the birth of Christ, etc., is for that very reason. Now, I know that the thing like the tree and all the rest of it is something that's happened since, and there's also the pagan part mixed into Christmas and all the rest of it. Get that? However, you can't help to notice, which I've probably been playing in the background somewhere, that this is very anti-Christmas and more about... Do you know what? When you look at the Bible, it tells you about the deadly sins. And I think that many of the deadly sins were ticked in this box therein, okay? And it's very multicultural as well, isn't it? I don't know if you've heard about, is it Tesco's or one of the others that are doing black Christmas cards? For those people that are BLM through and through, you can have yourself black fairies, black Christmas cards, black whatever it is you want. Fine, if you want to do that, it's your choice. I mean, I have a hard job believing that old JC was as white as they make him out to be, given the place of where he was born. They were generally darker skinned over there, and I'm all for that. Let's keep it real. If you're born in the Middle East somewhere, you're generally going to have a darker skin than I have. Although I do have a fairly dark skin for an Anglo-Saxon. We have asked some questions. We've done a DNA test. They all came back very, very Anglo, but I'm still suspicious. Well, whatever. I'm happy in my skin. But there you go. Going back to this, there has been some kickback from this. I don't know how well they're going to fare over this, but it does seem that every year on year, Tesco's, Asda, whatever it is, are putting out more and more woke adverts. Now, there have been a few businesses lately that have gone back on the woke thing. They've realised that woke was so bad for their business that they've gone back to being a little bit more trad. This obviously hasn't gone down well with the extreme, the left, the cultural Marxists, and the other poisoned individuals. However, you've had your time. It is what it is. And I'm afraid that when you stop buying these people's products, they will realise that they've made an epic faux pas and they will change their ways. But that is the only way you can do it. So I guess this year, look round, find out whose Christmas adverts, etc., appeal to you most, who resonated with your feelings and how you think and all the rest of it, and just purchase off them. That's how you make the difference. That's how you say what you think to them. You say it with where you buy. So there you go. I haven't looked at any more Christmas stuff at the moment. That's the only problem, which isn't really much of a problem when you look at it. I used to have a TV over there in 2014. I gave it to my daughter. I think she's still got it now. And I got rid of the TV. And I also stopped being able to see all the adverts that you see. Now, Christmas stuff I did like. But the other thing is about Christmas, it was so butchered by the corporate business thing. Now, I believe that, if you want to start sticking a Christmas tree up 2 weeks before Christmas is extreme to me. 1 week would do, all right? But the fact that, and being obviously over the last 10 years, I think it was, I've been working in fridge work around big superstores. I remember on Christmas Eve, they said it's really imperative we get you in. We're desperate. We've got to get this stuff out. And I was like, I was thinking it was a bit late for the Christmas stuff. I opened up the back of the truck, Easter eggs. Christmas Eve, by the way, they were getting them out. But they literally ruin Christmas because they start putting it out there literally while you're still putting fireworks out. You know what I mean? So you'll see at the moment, we've got Christmas ads out and we haven't had bonfire night yet. All right. So whatever. But yes, I'd love to go back to slightly more traditional. However, I do remember watching, what was the one where we were talking about little tiny Tim? And literally they went out that night. Well, I suppose if you didn't have a fridge, you would do that night and got the turkey. And people were literally working right up to the end of Christmas Eve, and then they go and put their decorations up. Now, I know some people, if they can get away with it, don't put the decorations up. When you live alone, what is the point? Really. However, if my daughter gets anything to do with this, I'll be invaded, the tree will be up, and I'll have it. But that's fine, because if the daughter does it, that's okay. But she ain't ever going to take it down. That's the other problem. You end up taking it down yourself. But I do have the stuff. I should imagine that if I was a part of a family, you know, then that would happen. But obviously, being in Jack Jones, bar humbug. But there you go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And I shall speak to you all soon.